Today I've got something very special to show you. You might have seen this guitar before here and there, but I'm going to be taking a slightly different approach to my review. Today we are looking at the Mooer GTRS W900. Now before I really get into it, I have to mention, morally and legally, that I'm being heavily compensated in order to, present this guitar to you today, but that doesn't mean that anything I say isn't 100% my opinion. I wasn't given a script. There is a script over there that I've written over the course of the past 2 weeks since I've had this guitar, and it details every single thing that I think about this guitar, positive and negative, and not anyone else's opinion. I received this guitar almost 2 weeks ago now, and I've spent at least 1 week of that time playing it every single day, rigorously testing all of the features to make sure I even actually want to make this video. I still have a guitar over there in the other room that I was sent by a different company along with the offer of a lot of money in order to advertise it to you. It seemed alright at first, but after a couple days I realized it was a piece of crap, and so I said no. But this thing, oh baby. The GTRS W900, besides how stunningly beautiful it looks in this amazing sparkly bluish purplish iridescent finish that I chose, has features that you might not expect at first sight. I'll give you a quick sound sample and then I'll explain. Oh, what amp or plugin was I using for that demo? None. Guitar, into interface, that was the rig. This guitar has an entire amp simulator suite baked right into it. I could make a 3-hour sound demo of this thing and still have enough ground to cover for a second one. It already has killer sounding preset tones, but through the GTRS app you can either make your own or just tweak the ones you already have to be literally mix ready and no one would know the sounds came from inside your guitar. The preset tones can pre-organized in numerically sorted banks of 4, usually containing 1 clean tone, 1 overdriven, 1 distorted, and then 1 lead tone. And what does slightly peeve me, unless I've just been too stupid to figure it out, but I really don't think so, is that you can't seem to organize and reposition the tones in and out of banks yourself. They're just kind of in the banks that they're in, and that's what you have to play with. But that's nothing that a quick firmware update couldn't fix, and I will be forwarding this to Mooer before I actually send him this video, because that is important to me and it really would enrich the experience of using this. But it's by no means a deal breaker because it's very easy to switch between banks as well. I'll get to that in a second. You can switch in between the 4 sounds in one bank using this magic LED knob, and if you want to switch between banks, well, that is where this thing comes in. The Bluetooth foot switch. When you put it into pairing mode, it pairs instantly and reliably to the guitar and the app, and if you happen to be using the included wireless dinghy, the transmitter is built into the guitar, and this is the receiver you can plug into your amp, your pedal board, your interface, whatever you want to use. Given the fact that the amp suite also has effects built in, you don't need any cables at all. You are unencumbered and free. You can run, you can jump, you can throw the guitar up in the air, change tones on the foot switch mid-air, catch it again and keep playing if that's what the fuck you want to do. It's great. Now, I've been going on and on about the obvious defining feature of this guitar, but I said I'd be taking a different approach to this review, and that I will. Because while I haven't even covered half the ground as far as all the cool techie features go, these are also just regular pickups. If I turn off the magic knob, then this becomes just a regular headless guitar, and it sounds badass. Check it out through my new orange Super Crush. Alright, we've literally gone over everything now, besides the actual physical features of this guitar, but it wouldn't be a 6-string TV review without the balloon test. Today I'm using this airbag thing made of recycled materials, not only because it's better for the environment, but also because that means it is extra thin and it would pop at the slightest disturbance. Fret sharpness, 0. These frets are... It's got an alder body, a flamed maple and rosewood neck, a rosewood fretboard with 24 jumbo nickel frets, arranged in this way because if you hadn't noticed, it's a 25.2 to 25.5 inch multi-scale. It has a 0 fret, you gotta love that. Genuine bone nut too, which is very cool. A black brushed metal pickguard, which you know I love if you've seen that Squire mod that I did recently where I put on one of those myself. And it has a built-in USB-C rechargeable lithium-ion battery with up to 12 hours of playtime on a single charge. Also, if you hadn't noticed, just by how I've kind of been wielding this thing the entire video, it weighs absolutely nothing, especially compared to something like a Les Paul, even one with some extra weight taken off. This thing, you know, apples and oranges. Now, would I play a stadium tour with this thing? Probably not, but this is not for bands who are selling out stadiums, and this is not what a stadium tour audience wants to see, but Mooer knows that. One of the coolest features of this thing is that you can plug headphones straight into the output jack and play silently. Mooer knows their target audience, and it's not Metallica. Instead, it might be Metallica fans who want to sound like their idols without spending thousands on amps, but also with headphones because in this economy, multi-generational living is nothing to be ashamed of, and Nan's asleep in the next room. It might be the professional player who's traveling and wants to keep up his chops, because while this does come in a standard Strat version as well, this thing is very travel friendly. Or it might be me, who appreciates the built-in tones and all the technology for how cool it is, but really is only interested in this guitar as a regular guitar to plug into an amp because of how badass it looks in a YouTube video or in real life, how great it plays, how fantastic the build quality is, and considering all of those things, how much of a steal it is for under €1,000. Also, I forgot to mention, the gig bag that it comes in borders on a soft shell case even, because of how good it is. Thank you so much for watching. If you want this exact guitar or any of the other shape and color variants that it comes in, there are links to Thomann and Sweetwater in the video description, which, you know, you can buy some with, and, you know, thanks to Mooer for sponsoring this video, obviously. Also, big thanks to my Patreon members for constantly sponsoring the channel, so I don't have to say yes to companies who send me bad products and want me to advertise them. If you like this video, you can watch my most recent one somewhere up here. You can sub to my channel somewhere down there if you feel like it. All my social media links, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all of that in the description. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell. Goodbye.